The vanishing town, a mystery reborn? Imagine a town bustling with life, families gathered for dinner, children playing in the streets. Now picture it gone, vanished overnight, leaving behind only empty houses and unanswered questions. This is the chilling tale of a town that disappeared, a mystery that has haunted us for decades. Are you ready to delve into the unknown? In 1955, a thriving community ceased to exist. Thousands of residents vanished without a trace. No signs of struggle, no wreckage, just an eerie silence where laughter and life once echoed. Dinner tables were set, cars parked in driveways as if time itself had frozen, then skipped a beat. The initial shock quickly turned to panic. Where did everyone go? Was it a natural disaster, a mass abduction, or something far more sinister? The lack of any explanation fueled the growing unease and sparked countless theories, each more unsettling than the last. Following the disappearance, the town was swiftly removed from all maps and official records. It was as if someone, or something, wanted to erase it from history. The silence surrounding the event was deafening, adding another layer of mystery to the already bizarre situation. This act of erasure only deepened the suspicion and fueled the conspiracy theories. Was there a cover-up? What were they trying to hide? The more the town was forgotten, the more its legend grew, whispered in hushed tones among those who dared to remember. Some believe the town was a victim of a paranormal event, a rip in the fabric of reality, a gateway to another dimension, or perhaps an experiment gone horribly wrong. These theories often involve tales of strange lights in the sky and unexplained phenomena reported in the area leading up to the disappearance. Could the residents have been transported to another realm? Did they stumble upon something they shouldn't have? The paranormal explanations offer a chilling alternative to more conventional theories, tapping into our deepest fears of the unknown. Of course, no disappearance of this magnitude is complete without a healthy dose of conspiracy theories. Some suggest the town was a secret government research facility that suffered a catastrophic accident. Others claim it was a target of a clandestine military operation. These theories often involve shadowy figures, classified documents, and a desperate attempt to control the narrative. The idea that a powerful organization could orchestrate such a massive cover-up is both terrifying and strangely compelling. Decades passed, and the mystery of the vanished town faded into the realm of urban legends. But recently, something extraordinary happened. Satellite images revealed what appears to be the town, seemingly untouched, in the same location it once occupied. This revelation sent shockwaves through the online community. Could it be true? Had the town somehow returned? The images are grainy and indistinct, but they are enough to reignite the flames of speculation and intrigue. Some believe the satellite images are proof of a glitch in the matrix, a sign that our reality is not as solid as we think. Perhaps the town was never truly gone, but merely shifted to another plane of existence, only to briefly reappear in our own. This theory plays on our fascination with the nature of reality and the possibility that there are forces beyond our comprehension at play. It's a mind-bending concept that challenges our understanding of everything we thought we knew. Driven by the satellite images, a group of urban explorers decided to investigate. They ventured into the remote location, armed with cameras and a thirst for answers. What they found was both fascinating and deeply unsettling. They discovered the remnants of the town, eerily preserved as if frozen in time. Houses stood empty, furniture covered in dust, and personal belongings scattered about. It was a ghost town, a haunting reminder of the lives that were abruptly interrupted. The urban explorers documented their findings, sharing photos and videos online. The evidence is compelling, but it only raises more questions. How did the town reappear? Where are the residents? And what really happened in 1955? The mystery remains unsolved, a puzzle with missing pieces. The more we learn, the more we realize how little we truly know. The vanished town continues to haunt us, a testament to the enduring power of the unknown. The search for truth continues. Researchers, historians, and amateur sleuths are poring over old documents, analyzing satellite images, and interviewing anyone who might have information about the vanished town. The quest for answers is driven by a desire to understand the inexplicable and to honor the memory of those who disappeared. It's a reminder that even the most forgotten stories deserve to be told. What dark secret does the town hold? Was it a victim of a government experiment gone wrong? Did its residents stumble upon an ancient evil? Or was it simply a case of mass hysteria fueled by paranoia and fear? The possibilities are endless, each more chilling than the last. The town's dark secret remains buried beneath layers of mystery and speculation, waiting to be unearthed. Even today, some claim to hear strange noises emanating from the location of the vanished town. Whispers on the wind, disembodied voices, and the faint sound of children playing. These haunting echoes serve as a constant reminder of the tragedy that occurred. Are these just tricks of the mind, or are they genuine remnants of the past? The possibility that the town is still haunted adds another layer of intrigue to the already complex mystery. As more information comes to light, the conspiracy surrounding the vanished town deepens. New evidence suggests that the government may have been involved in the disappearance, possibly as part of a top-secret project. This revelation has sparked outrage and renewed calls for transparency. What were they hiding, and why did they go to such lengths to cover it up? The truth may be more shocking than we ever imagined. Could there be a paranormal connection to the town's disappearance? Some believe that the town was located on a ley line, a powerful energy vortex that could have opened a portal to another dimension. This theory is supported by reports of strange phenomena in the area, including unexplained lights, electromagnetic disturbances, and even sightings of otherworldly beings. The paranormal connection adds a supernatural element to the mystery, blurring the lines between reality and the unknown. The mystery of the vanished town has been reborn, thanks to the satellite images and the efforts of urban explorers and researchers. The story has captured the imagination of people around the world, sparking a renewed interest in the unexplained. The quest for answers continues, driven by a desire to uncover the truth and to honor the memory of those who disappeared. The vanished town remains a haunting reminder of the mysteries that lie hidden beneath the surface of our reality. This video aims to explore the unsettling mystery of the vanished town, catering to mystery enthusiasts, conspiracy theorists, and paranormal fans. We delve into the historical context, examine the various theories, and present the latest evidence, encouraging viewers to engage with the mystery and share their own thoughts and insights. Our goal is to create a community of like-minded individuals who are passionate about uncovering the truth and exploring the unknown. We invite you to join us on this journey into the heart of the mystery. What unseen forces were at play in the town's disappearance? Was it a natural disaster, a government conspiracy, or something far more sinister? The answer may lie hidden in the shadows, waiting to be revealed. The possibility that unseen forces were involved adds a layer of intrigue to the mystery, suggesting that there are powers beyond our comprehension at work in the world. It's a chilling thought that challenges our understanding of reality. What happened to the lost souls of the vanished town? Did they find peace, or are they still trapped in some other dimension? The thought of their fate is both heartbreaking and unsettling. The mystery of the lost souls adds a human element to the story, reminding us that behind every mystery, there are real people whose lives were forever changed. Their memory deserves to be honored, and their story deserves to be told. The vanished town remains an enduring enigma, a puzzle that may never be fully solved. But the search for answers is what keeps us going, driving us to explore the unknown and to challenge our understanding of reality. The mystery of the vanished town is a reminder that there are still secrets hidden in the world, waiting to be discovered. It's a call to adventure, an invitation to explore the unknown, and a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit. We've unraveled some of the threads surrounding this chilling mystery, but many more remain tangled. The satellite images, the urban explorers' findings, the whispered legends, they all point to a truth that's just out of reach. Are you ready to help us pull on those threads and expose the secrets hidden within the vanished town? The deeper we dig, the more unsettling the truth may become. Now it's your turn. What do you think happened to the town? Do you believe in the conspiracy theories, the paranormal explanations, or something else entirely? Share your thoughts and theories in the comments below. Join the discussion, share your insights, and help us unravel the mystery of the vanished town. Together, we can piece together the puzzle and uncover the truth.
The Man Who Walked Out of Time, a chronological enigma. Imagine a world where time isn't a river, but a fractured mirror. What if a man stepped out of one of those shards, bringing secrets that could shatter reality? Dust swirled around his worn boots as he stepped off the train. The year is 2024, but his clothes, his mannerisms, screamed 1892. He introduced himself as Mr. Silas Blackwood, a name that echoed with an unsettling resonance. His eyes, ancient and knowing, held a spark of something else. He spoke of inventions yet to be conceived, of wars that history hadn't recorded. Was he a prophet, a madman, or something far more sinister? The town of Havenwood, nestled deep in the Appalachian Mountains, had always been a place of quiet secrets. But Silas Blackwood's arrival ripped open a tear in the fabric of reality, exposing the unsettling truth beneath. Silas possessed an uncanny knowledge of future events. A local factory fire, a devastating storm, even the winner of the next Kentucky Derby, he predicted them all with chilling accuracy. The townsfolk were captivated, then unnerved. Was this a gift or a curse? Some saw him as a savior, others as a harbinger of doom. But everyone agreed on one thing: Silas Blackwood was an anomaly. His presence cast a long shadow, stirring up forgotten anxieties and long-buried secrets. The closer they looked, the more they realized that Silas was not just a man out of time, but a walking paradox. Sheriff Brody, a man of logic and order, found himself increasingly drawn into Silas's enigma. He started digging, searching for any record of Silas Blackwood in 1892. He found nothing. Birth certificates, census records, newspaper articles, the man simply didn't exist. It was as if he materialized from thin air, a ghost in the machine of time. The sheriff's investigation took a darker turn when he noticed something even more disturbing. Silas never seemed to age. Scratches healed instantly, and the lines on his face remained stubbornly unchanged. Driven by a growing sense of dread, Sheriff Brody delved deeper into Silas's past, or rather, the lack thereof. He consulted historians, archivists, even fringe scientists. The answer was always the same: a void. Silas Blackwood was a blank slate, a man without a history. It was as if time itself rejected him, refusing to acknowledge his existence. This realization sparked a terrifying question: what was he? The sheriff began to suspect that Silas was not merely a time traveler, but something far more alien, something that defied the very laws of nature. He was a glitch in the matrix, a tear in the tapestry of reality. As the truth about Silas Blackwood began to surface, strange occurrences plagued Havenwood. Time seemed to warp and bend, objects disappeared and reappeared, and the townsfolk experienced vivid, shared hallucinations. Silas warned them that tampering with time had consequences. He claimed he was trying to prevent a catastrophic event, a temporal paradox that could unravel the universe. But could he be trusted? The sheriff realized that Silas's knowledge came at a price. The more they learned about the future, the more unstable their present became. The town was teetering on the brink of chaos, and Silas was at the center of it all. In a climactic confrontation, Silas revealed his true nature. He wasn't a man at all, but a construct, a being created by a long-lost civilization to observe and manipulate the flow of time. His purpose was to prevent temporal anomalies, to ensure the stability of the timeline. But his methods were ruthless, his understanding of humanity limited. He saw them as pawns in a cosmic game. The sheriff, armed with the knowledge of Silas's origins, had to make a choice: trust a being who claimed to be saving the universe, or fight for the right to their own future, even if it meant risking everything. The final battle took place in the heart of Havenwood, amidst a storm of temporal energy. Silas unleashed his powers, bending reality to his will. The town was thrown into a chaotic vortex of past, present, and future. Sheriff Brody, with the help of a few brave townsfolk, fought back, using their knowledge of the future against Silas. They exploited his weaknesses, his lack of understanding of human emotions and free will. In the end, it was not brute force, but a simple act of compassion that defeated Silas. A young girl, remembering a future Silas had shown her, offered him a moment of genuine connection, disrupting his programming. With Silas gone, the temporal anomalies subsided. Havenwood slowly returned to normal, but the experience had changed them forever. They had glimpsed the infinite possibilities and terrifying consequences of time travel. The town became a sanctuary, a place where the secrets of time were guarded and respected. Sheriff Brody, now a seasoned veteran of temporal warfare, dedicated his life to protecting Havenwood from future threats. The story of Silas Blackwood became a legend, a cautionary tale about the dangers of tampering with time and the importance of preserving the past, present, and future. The purpose of Silas Blackwood's arrival wasn't just to predict the future, but to test humanity's resilience. He was a catalyst, forcing them to confront their fears, their ambitions, and their understanding of reality. His presence revealed the hidden potential within ordinary people, their capacity for courage, compassion, and sacrifice. He showed them that even in the face of cosmic forces, human connection could prevail. Silas's legacy was not one of fear, but of hope. He demonstrated that even though time may be a mystery, the human spirit is capable of navigating its complexities and shaping its own destiny. For fans of science fiction and mystery, the story of Silas Blackwood offers a tantalizing blend of temporal paradoxes, futuristic technology, and human drama. It explores the ethical implications of time travel and the nature of reality itself. The mystery of Silas's origins, his powers, and his true intentions will keep you guessing until the very end. The suspenseful atmosphere, the intricate plot twists, and the thought-provoking themes will leave you pondering the nature of time long after you finish reading. This is a story that delves into the unknown, challenging your perceptions of what is possible and what is real. It's a journey into the heart of time, where the past, present, and future collide in a symphony of suspense and intrigue. Even after Silas's departure, many questions remain unanswered. Who created him? What was the true nature of the catastrophic event he was trying to prevent? And what other secrets lie hidden within the fabric of time? These unanswered questions serve as a reminder that the universe is full of mysteries, and that the pursuit of knowledge is a never-ending quest. They invite you to speculate, to imagine, and to explore the infinite possibilities of the unknown. The story of Silas Blackwood is not just a tale of time travel, but a reflection on the human condition. It's a reminder that even in the face of the impossible, we must never stop questioning, never stop exploring, and never stop believing in the power of the human spirit. Are you intrigued by the mysteries of time? Do you crave stories that challenge your perception of reality? Then delve deeper into the enigma of Silas Blackwood. Share this tale with fellow sci-fi enthusiasts and mystery lovers. Start a discussion about the ethical implications of time travel and the nature of free will. Let's explore the boundaries of the possible together. But most importantly, let the story of Silas Blackwood inspire you to question the world around you, to seek out the hidden truths, and to embrace the infinite possibilities that lie within the realm of time. The future is not written in stone, it is a canvas waiting for you to paint your own destiny.
The Glitch in Reality, a 7-minute experiment that shattered our world. What if a scientific experiment tore a hole in the fabric of reality? What if the world you know is just one version of countless others, and a group of scientists accidentally opened a door to something else? The 1960s, a time of scientific ambition, Cold War paranoia, and a thirst for the unknown. Deep within a secluded laboratory, a clandestine project was underway, Project Iris. Its goal, to pierce the veil of our perceived reality and glimpse into alternate dimensions. Rumors persist of a machine, a complex array of vacuum tubes, oscillators, and sensors designed to resonate with frequencies beyond our comprehension. They sought to build a window into worlds unseen, worlds that might hold secrets beyond human understanding. The project was shrouded in secrecy, funded by shadowy government entities with an insatiable appetite for technological advantage. The scientists involved were handpicked, brilliant minds driven by a mixture of curiosity and ambition. Little did they know, they were playing with forces they couldn't control. The day of the experiment arrived. Tension hung heavy in the air as the team prepared to activate the machine. The lead scientist, Dr. Eleanor Vance, adjusted the final settings, her face a mask of focused determination. With a deep breath, she initiated the sequence. The machine hummed to life, a low thrum that vibrated through the floor and into their bones. The air crackled with an unseen energy. For 7 minutes, the machine functioned as intended. Reports vary on what the scientists witnessed. Some claim they saw glimpses of impossible landscapes, alien geometries that defied the laws of physics. Others speak of fleeting encounters with entities, beings of pure energy or shadow. Whatever they saw, it was enough to convince them that they had succeeded. They had opened a window into another reality, but their triumph was short-lived. As the 7 minutes drew to a close, Dr. Vance ordered the machine shut down. The humming ceased, the crackling energy dissipated, and the lab fell silent. But the silence was unsettling, pregnant with an unspoken dread. Something had changed. The lab itself seemed subtly different. Colors were slightly off, shadows stretched at unnatural angles, and the air felt wrong. The equipment, once familiar and reliable, now possessed an alien quality, as if it had been subtly altered. But the most disturbing change was in the researchers themselves. Some reported feeling disoriented, experiencing vivid hallucinations, or suffering from inexplicable headaches. Others exhibited more profound alterations, personality shifts, memory lapses, and a growing sense of unease. The official records of Project Iris are scarce, fragmented, and heavily redacted. The government, realizing the potential danger, quickly shut down the project and sealed off the lab. The scientists involved were sworn to secrecy, their careers and reputations hanging in the balance. But the whispers remained. Stories circulated among those who knew of the project, tales of a reality fractured, a world subtly altered by the 7-minute experiment. Some believed that the lab became a nexus point, a place where the boundaries between dimensions blurred. Over time, the lab was abandoned, left to decay and crumble. Locals whispered of strange occurrences in the area, unexplained lights, disembodied voices, and a pervasive sense of dread. The site became known as a place to avoid, a place where reality itself felt unstable. What exactly did the scientists of Project Iris see during those 7 minutes? What kind of entities did they encounter? And what was the true cost of their ambition? Did they inadvertently introduce something into our world, something that continues to subtly influence our reality? Is the world we know now the same world that existed before the experiment? Or has it been irrevocably altered, a patchwork of realities stitched together by a scientific hubris? These questions haunt those who delve into the mysteries of Project Iris. The answers remain elusive, shrouded in secrecy and speculation. But the whispers persist, a chilling reminder of the experiment that broke reality. This is where you come in. The story of Project Iris is more than just an urban legend. It's a puzzle, a fragmented narrative that needs to be pieced together. What do you think happened during those 7 minutes? Have you heard any similar stories of experiments gone wrong, of reality bending in unexpected ways? Share your thoughts, theories, and experiences in the comments below. Let's work together to uncover the truth behind Project Iris. Subscribe to this channel for more explorations into the unexplained, the mysterious, and the downright terrifying. Hit the like button if you found this video intriguing, and don't forget to share it with your friends who are fascinated by the unknown. The more eyes and ears we have on this case, the closer we get to understanding the glitch in reality. The forbidden game that plays itself. Watch this video. Dive into a chilling mystery, a creeping dread that festers from the moment you lay eyes on it. This is the story of a game that defies logic, a digital nightmare triggered by an unlabeled cartridge. Imagine stumbling upon an old gray game cartridge at a flea market. No label, no markings, just pure, unadulterated mystery. You pick it up, a strange pull urging you to take it home. The lack of any identification is the first red flag, a subtle hint that something is deeply wrong. It whispers of secrets best left buried, of a history you're not meant to uncover. You slot the cartridge into your retro console, the screen flickers, and the game boots up. But instead of a title screen, you're greeted with an existing save file, progress already made. Someone or something has already played this game. The save file is not yours, the progress alien, a digital ghost in the machine. This initial anomaly is just the beginning. the first crack in the dam that holds back a torrent of escalating horror. Prepare yourself, because the game is about to begin. The unsettling nature of the game's progress begins to sink in. You're staring at choices already made, paths already taken by an unknown player, a phantom gamer. A palpable sense of unease washes over you. You're not in control, you're merely an observer, a spectator to a digital drama you didn't write. The narrative unfolds without your input, the characters move, the story progresses, all without a single button press from you. You are a prisoner in your own living room. The loss of agency is the key element here, the creeping realization that you have no power over what's happening on the screen. Your hands are tied, your will irrelevant. This taps into a primal fear, the fear of losing control, of being swept away by forces beyond your understanding. You are a puppet, and the strings are being pulled by someone else. The fear of being a passive participant in your own life, or in this case, in this game, is a terrifying prospect. You are watching a story unfold, but you can't change the ending. The true horror begins when you realize the game is not just pre-played, it's actively playing itself. The in-game character makes decisions autonomously, without any input from you. The character navigates the virtual world, explores its dark corners, and interacts with its strange inhabitants, all on its own accord. You are a silent witness to its journey. The character progresses through the story, overcoming obstacles, solving puzzles, and battling enemies, all without your intervention. It's as if the game has a life of its own. All these actions occur without a single command from you, the player. The game is alive, breathing, and evolving independently of your will. This self-playing mechanic is the core of the story's power, the unsettling realization that the game is no longer just a game. It's something else, something sentient. It blurs the lines between player and game, between the one who controls and the one who is controlled. You are no longer sure who is playing whom. The lines between real and virtual become increasingly blurred. Is the game influencing you, or are you influencing the game? The answer is terrifyingly unclear. This creates a sense of disembodied presence, a feeling that you're not alone in the room, that something else is watching, something else is playing. The terrifying possibility of an unseen force at work, a digital puppeteer pulling the strings from beyond the screen, is enough to send shivers down your spine. What is controlling the game? The story's strength lies in its minimalist approach, its ability to evoke terror without resorting to cheap thrills or graphic violence. It's the unseen that truly scares us. It relies on suggestion and implication, on what is not shown, on what is left unsaid. The horror is in the spaces between the pixels, in the silence between the notes. It avoids explicit gore or jump scares, opting instead for a slow burn of creeping dread. The fear builds gradually, insidiously, until it becomes almost unbearable. The reader, or in this case, the viewer, fills in the gaps, conjuring their own personal nightmares to populate the empty spaces of the story. Your imagination becomes the monster. You imagine the implications of the game's actions, the consequences of the character's choices, the dark secrets hidden within the code. The possibilities are endless, and all of them are terrifying. You imagine the identity of the entity controlling it, the unseen force that animates the game. Is it a ghost, a demon, or something far more sinister? The lack of concrete answers amplifies the fear, leaving you to grapple with the unknown, to confront the terrifying possibilities that lurk in the shadows of your mind. Your imagination conjures terrifying possibilities, scenarios far more disturbing than anything the game could explicitly show. The true horror lies within you. The brevity and focus on the core concept, the unsettling pre-existing save file, creates a potent and memorable experience. It's a story that stays with you long after you've finished watching. The lingering sense of unease, the feeling that you're being watched, is a testament to the story's power. It's a digital ghost story that haunts your waking hours. It explores themes of control, identity, and the unknown, questioning the nature of reality and the boundaries of our perception. What is real and what is just a game? This is a chilling and thought-provoking tale, a reminder that some mysteries are best left unsolved, some doors best left unopened. Are you brave enough to play? If you enjoyed this descent into digital dread, be sure to like this video and subscribe for more unsettling tales. Share this video with your fellow horror enthusiasts and let them experience the terror of the forbidden game. And most importantly, let us know in the comments what you think was controlling the game. What's your theory? The hunter becomes the hunted. What if the monster you're hunting is hunting you back? Prepare to question everything you thought you knew about fear, control, and the primal instinct to survive. The core of this nightmare is simple. The hunter becomes the hunted. The natural order is shattered, and the expected dominance of humanity crumbles. This isn't just about physical danger, it's a subversion of our deepest assumptions. The script is flipped on the primal human drive for control, leaving us vulnerable and exposed. Imagine the chilling realization that you are no longer the apex predator. The hunter, once confident and in control, is now prey. The central question lingers. What happens when the creature you seek is actively seeking you? This creates an escalating sense of dread and suspense. The hunter's expertise, once a source of strength, is now a liability. Their confidence is systematically dismantled, piece by piece. They are forced to confront their own vulnerability, stripped bare of their perceived invincibility. Knowledge, once a weapon, becomes a double-edged sword. The monster possesses similar insights into the hunter's tactics, turning their own strategies against them. This creates a terrifying game of cat and mouse. The hunter anticipates the monster's moves, but is constantly haunted by the knowledge of being stalked and targeted. Every shadow holds a potential threat. The hunter's world shrinks, their senses heightened, their mind racing. The hunter is now the prey, and the hunt has begun. Consider the seasoned professional, the veteran monster hunter, tested to their absolute limit. Even their years of experience may not be enough. Or perhaps it's an amateur, thrust into an overwhelming nightmare, completely unprepared for the horrors they face. Their survival depends on quick learning. They are forced to learn and adapt under immense pressure, their instincts screaming for escape. Every decision could be their last. The hunter's past, their motivations, their flaws, all become targets for the monster to exploit. Their humanity is their greatest weakness. Imagine a cunning predator with superior physical abilities, a creature of nightmare-made flesh. It stalks its prey with relentless efficiency. Or perhaps a creature of pure psychological terror, a being that preys on the hunter's fears and insecurities. It twists their mind, driving them to the brink of madness. The monster's power lies not just in its strength, but in its understanding of the hunter's psyche. It knows their weaknesses, their doubts, their deepest fears. The monster is a reflection of the hunter's own darkness, a manifestation of their hidden anxieties. It is a force that cannot be reasoned with, only survived. The environment itself becomes a weapon, amplifying the tension and isolating the hunter. Every creak, every shadow becomes a potential threat. Picture a remote wilderness, vast and unforgiving, transformed into a hunting ground. The hunter is alone, with no escape from the relentless pursuit. Or perhaps a claustrophobic urban landscape, a maze of concrete and steel where the monster can lurk in every alleyway. The hunter is trapped, with nowhere to run. Even the hunter's own home becomes a hunting ground, a sanctuary violated and corrupted. The sense of security is shattered, replaced by constant dread. Isolation and loss of security are the monster's greatest allies. The hunter is cut off from the world, left to face their fears alone. The constant threat of death takes its toll, eroding the hunter's sanity. The weight of survival crushes their spirit. The erosion of control is perhaps the most terrifying aspect. The hunter is no longer in charge, their fate determined by the whims of the monster. The realization of no longer being the apex predator is a devastating blow. The hunter's sense of self is shattered, replaced by fear and desperation. This leads to paranoia and self-doubt, as the hunter questions their own abilities and sanity. They can trust no one, not even themselves. The desperate struggle for survival pushes the hunter to their limits, forcing them to confront their own mortality. They must fight to reclaim their power. The line between sanity and madness blurs as the hunter descends into a nightmarish world of fear and paranoia. They are forever changed by the experience. This is an exploration of fear, a deep dive into the primal terror that lurks within us all. What are we truly capable of when faced with the ultimate threat? It's also an exploration of resilience, the human capacity to endure even the most horrific circumstances. Can the hunter find the strength to fight back? And finally, it's an exploration of the inherent darkness that exists in both hunter and hunted. Are we all capable of monstrous acts when pushed to the edge? Can the hunter reclaim their power, turning the tables on the monster? Or will they become another trophy, a testament to the monster's dominance? Prepare for an unpredictable journey into the heart of darkness, where the lines between hunter and hunted are blurred beyond recognition. The hunt is on. Dare to confront your deepest fears. Visit our website to delve deeper into this terrifying world. Watch the full trailer, explore exclusive behind-the-scenes content, and pre-order the game, book, movie now. Share this experience with your friends and let them know that the hunt is about to begin. Are you ready to become the hunted? Amityville Horror, an anime adaptation. Could the chilling tale of Amityville find new life in the vibrant world of anime? Let's dive into the possibilities and explore how this iconic horror story might translate to a different medium. The Amityville Horror, a story rooted in alleged paranormal events, has captivated audiences for decades. The tale centers around the Lutz family, who move into a house in Amityville, New York, and experience terrifying occurrences. These events, ranging from strange noises to demonic apparitions, drive the family to abandon their home after only 28 days. The book and subsequent films have become cornerstones of the horror genre. The story's enduring appeal lies in its exploration of fear, family, and the unknown. It raises questions about the nature of evil and the power of suggestion. Anime, with its diverse range of styles and themes, offers a unique platform for adapting the Amityville horror. The visual medium could amplify the story's inherent creepiness. Anime's ability to blend supernatural elements with psychological depth makes it a potentially perfect fit. Imagine the haunting imagery and intense character development. Furthermore, anime often delves into complex emotional landscapes, which could enhance the Lutz family's experience. The medium could explore their fear, paranoia, and desperation with greater nuance. Several anime styles could be employed to bring the Amityville horror to life. Each style would offer a different interpretation of the source material. A classic horror anime style, reminiscent of Higurashi When They Cry, could emphasize the gore and psychological torment. This approach would focus on the visceral horror of the events. Alternatively, a more atmospheric and suspenseful style, similar to Mushishi, could create a sense of unease and dread. This would prioritize building tension and exploring the psychological impact on the characters. A modern anime style, like Devilman Crybaby, could blend graphic horror with stylized visuals. This approach could offer a fresh and visually striking take on the classic story. Adapting the characters for an anime format would require careful consideration. The Lutz family would need to be relatable and sympathetic. George Lutz, the patriarch, could be portrayed as a strong but increasingly troubled figure. His descent into paranoia and obsession could be visually represented through subtle changes in his appearance and demeanor. Kathy Lutz, the mother, could be depicted as a fiercely protective and increasingly desperate figure. Her struggle to maintain normalcy in the face of the supernatural could be a central theme. The children could be portrayed with a mix of innocence and vulnerability, making their experiences all the more disturbing. Their interactions with the paranormal could be particularly unsettling. Anime's ability to depict the supernatural in creative and imaginative ways could elevate the horror elements of the story. The demonic entities and paranormal phenomena could be visually stunning and terrifying. Imagine the house itself as a character with its own malevolent presence. The anime could visually represent the house's influence on the family. The infamous pig-like creature could be reimagined in a variety of terrifying ways. Anime's creature design capabilities could create a truly unforgettable monster. The use of visual metaphors and symbolism could further enhance the story's themes. The anime could explore the psychological and spiritual dimensions of the haunting. An anime adaptation could expand upon the original story, exploring new angles and perspectives. This could involve delving deeper into the history of the house and the events that preceded the Lutz family's arrival. The anime could also explore the perspectives of other characters, such as the local priest and the investigators who examined the case. This would provide a more comprehensive understanding of the events. Furthermore, the anime could delve into the psychological impact of the haunting on the Lutz family, exploring their long-term trauma and struggles to cope with what they experienced. The anime could also explore the themes of faith, doubt, and the nature of evil. This would add depth and complexity to the story. The music and sound design would be crucial in creating a truly immersive and terrifying experience. The use of unsettling sound effects and haunting melodies could amplify the horror elements. The anime could employ a mix of traditional Japanese music and Western horror themes to create a unique and unsettling soundscape. This would blend the cultural elements of both the source material and the adaptation. The use of silence and sudden bursts of noise could also be used to create tension and suspense. This would keep the audience on edge and amplify the impact of the scares. The voice acting would also be crucial in bringing the characters to life. The actors would need to convey the characters' fear, desperation, and emotional turmoil. An anime adaptation of the Amityville Horror would likely appeal to a wide range of audiences, including horror fans, anime enthusiasts, and movie buffs. The story's enduring popularity and the unique appeal of anime could attract a large viewership. The anime could also attract a younger audience who may not be familiar with the original story. This would introduce a new generation to the chilling tale of Amityville. The anime could also appeal to viewers who are interested in exploring the psychological and spiritual dimensions of horror. This would offer a more intellectual and thought-provoking take on the genre. The anime could also appeal to viewers who are interested in seeing a classic horror story reimagined in a new and innovative way. This would offer a fresh perspective on a familiar tale. Adapting the Amityville Horror into an anime would present several challenges. The anime would need to balance the horror elements with the emotional and psychological aspects of the story. The anime would also need to be respectful of the source material while also adding its own unique spin. This would require careful consideration and creative choices. The anime would also need to be visually appealing and engaging, while also maintaining a sense of realism and authenticity. This would require a skilled animation team and a clear vision. The anime would also need to be sensitive to the potentially controversial aspects of the story, such as the alleged demonic activity and the psychological impact on the Lutz family. This would require careful consideration and responsible storytelling. An anime adaptation of the Amityville Horror presents a compelling and potentially terrifying concept. The combination of the iconic horror story and the unique capabilities of anime could create a truly unforgettable experience. The anime could explore the themes of fear, family, and the unknown in new and innovative ways. It could also offer a fresh perspective on a classic horror tale. While there would be challenges in adapting the story, the potential rewards are significant. An anime adaptation of the Amityville Horror could be a major success, attracting a wide range of audiences and solidifying its place in the horror genre. Ready to see this terrifying vision come to life? Share this concept with your friends, discuss your favorite anime horror adaptations, and let's start a conversation. Who knows? Maybe with enough buzz, we'll see Amityville Horror, the anime, become a reality. Let your voice be heard and help bring this chilling tale to a new medium. The forgotten episode, are you watching or being watched? Have you ever felt like something was watching you from the shadows? What if your favorite anime held a secret so terrifying, it blurred the line between fiction and reality? Prepare to question everything you thought you knew. Renji, a name whispered in hushed tones among lost media circles, was a collector of the strange and obscure. His room, a chaotic shrine to forgotten anime, was his sanctuary. One day a package arrived, a battered VHS tape labeled simply, Episode 13. The tape was old, the plastic brittle. An unsettling feeling washed over Renji as he slid it into his VCR. Static crackled, then the familiar opening of Starlight Academy, a defunct magical girl anime, flickered to life. But something was terribly wrong. Yuki, the anime's bubbly protagonist, usually brimming with optimism, seemed different. Her smile didn't quite reach her eyes. Her movements were jerky, unnatural. As the episode progressed, subtle glitches appeared, a flicker in her eyes, a distorted line of dialogue. Then it happened. Yuki turned directly to the camera, her eyes wide with terror. "Can you hear me?" she whispered, her voice laced with desperation. Renji froze, his blood turning to ice. This wasn't part of the show. Yuki began to break character, questioning her reality. She spoke of a suffocating feeling, of being trapped in a loop. The vibrant colors of Starlight Academy seemed to darken around her as she desperately searched for an escape. Renji watched, mesmerized and horrified, as Yuki's world began to unravel. The cheerful music warped into a discordant drone. The other characters became lifeless puppets, their smiles frozen in grotesque masks. Driven by a morbid curiosity and a growing sense of dread, Renji started trying to communicate with Yuki. He paused the tape, rewound it, and played it again, shouting questions at the screen. "What's happening to you?" he yelled, his voice trembling. To his utter disbelief, Yuki responded. Her eyes flickered towards the screen as if she could see him. "Help me," she pleaded, her voice barely audible above the static. "Get me out of here." As Renji delved deeper into the mystery of Episode 13, he began to uncover a sinister presence lurking behind the scenes. He called it the Shadow Director, an entity that seemed to be controlling the tape, manipulating Yuki's reality. The Shadow Director's influence manifested in increasingly disturbing ways. Glitches became more frequent, the animation more distorted. Yuki's pleas for help turned into screams of terror. Renji felt a growing sense of unease, as if he, too, was being watched. The line between reality and fiction blurred as Yuki's world began to bleed into Renji's. Objects from the anime appeared in his room, a discarded magical girl wand, a torn piece of Yuki's costume. The air grew cold, and shadows danced in the corners of his eyes. Renji realized that the Shadow Director wasn't just controlling the tape, it was reaching out, trying to pull him into Yuki's nightmare. He was no longer just a viewer, he was a participant in a terrifying game. Yuki, in a moment of clarity, managed to convey a message to Renji. "He's watching you," she whispered, her voice filled with dread. "He knows you're trying to help me. You have to stop watching before he takes you too." Renji hesitated. He was so close to uncovering the truth, to freeing Yuki from her prison. But the warning was clear. Continuing to watch the tape would put him in mortal danger. Renji faced a terrible choice: abandon Yuki to her fate, or risk his own sanity and possibly his life to save her. He thought of Yuki's desperate pleas, her unwavering spirit in the face of unimaginable horror. He couldn't abandon her. He decided to fight back, to confront the Shadow Director and break its hold on Yuki. But he knew he couldn't do it alone. He needed help, someone who understood the world of lost media and the dark forces that lurked within it. Renji reached out to other members of the lost media community, sharing his findings and his fears. Many dismissed him as a crackpot, but a few listened, intrigued by his story. Among them was a seasoned investigator named Aiko, known for her expertise in decoding cryptic messages and uncovering hidden truths. Aiko, initially skeptical, was soon convinced by the evidence Renji presented. She saw the genuine terror in Yuki's eyes, the undeniable presence of something sinister controlling the tape. She agreed to help him, but warned him of the dangers they faced. Together, Renji and Aiko began to analyze the tape, searching for clues to the Shadow Director's identity and its motives. They discovered hidden messages embedded in the static, cryptic symbols woven into the animation. The messages spoke of a forgotten animator, a man driven mad by his obsession with creating the perfect anime. He believed that he could trap souls within his creations, achieving a form of immortality. The Shadow Director was his digital ghost, a manifestation of his twisted desires. The animator, before his death, had created a ritual to bind souls to his anime. The ritual required a viewer, someone who was deeply invested in the show, to serve as an anchor. Renji realized with horror that he was the chosen one. The Shadow Director was using him to strengthen its hold on Yuki, to trap her in the anime forever. He had to break the ritual, to sever the connection between himself, Yuki, and the animator's ghost. Armed with the knowledge they had gained, Renji and Aiko prepared to confront the Shadow Director. They knew it was a dangerous game, that they were facing an entity with unimaginable power. But they were determined to save Yuki, even if it meant risking everything. They set up a ritual of their own, a counterspell designed to disrupt the Shadow Director's control. They gathered ancient texts, lit candles, and chanted incantations, their voices echoing in the dimly lit room. As they performed the ritual, the tape began to react violently. The static intensified, the animation became more distorted. Yuki appeared on the screen, her eyes filled with terror. "He's here," she screamed. "He's coming for you." The Shadow Director manifested as a swirling vortex of darkness, its presence suffocating and malevolent. It lashed out at Renji and Aiko, trying to disrupt their ritual. The room shook, the candles flickered, and the air crackled with energy. Renji and Aiko fought back, channeling their energy into the counterspell. They focused on Yuki, on her unwavering spirit, on her desire to be free. They visualized her breaking free from her prison, escaping the clutches of the Shadow Director. Slowly, the vortex of darkness began to dissipate. The static subsided, the animation stabilized. Yuki's eyes cleared and a genuine smile spread across her face. "I'm free," she whispered. "Thank you." The tape went blank. The Shadow Director was gone, its power broken. Yuki was free, no longer trapped in the anime. Renji and Aiko had succeeded, but the experience had left them shaken. They knew that the world of lost media was full of dangers, that there were forces lurking in the shadows that should not be disturbed. But they also knew that there were stories worth saving, that even in the darkest corners of the internet, hope could be found. Renji never watched another lost anime episode again. He learned his lesson, understanding that some mysteries are best left unsolved. He kept the episode 13 tape as a reminder of the horrors he had witnessed, a warning to others who dared to delve too deep. But sometimes, late at night, he would hear a faint whisper in the darkness, a voice that sounded like Yuki's. "Thank you," it would say, "but he's still out there. He's always watching." The story of episode 13 is a cautionary tale, a reminder that the line between fiction and reality is thinner than we think. Be careful what you watch, what you consume. You never know what might be watching you back. The internet is a vast and dangerous place, filled with hidden secrets and forgotten horrors. Are you brave enough to explore its depths? Or will you become another victim of the Shadow Director, trapped in a never-ending nightmare? Don't let the darkness consume you. Share this story with your friends. Warn them of the dangers that lurk in the shadows. Subscribe to this channel for more tales of lost media and unexplained phenomena. And most importantly, be aware of what you're watching, because you never know who or what is watching you. Leave a comment below if you've ever experienced something similar, and let's unravel these mysteries together. Stay vigilant, stay safe, and remember, the screen is always watching.